Hi and welcome to this core focused session. This is probably not ideal for the complete beginner as I intend to move fairly quickly through different exercises. But feel free to give it a go even if you do consider yourself to be a beginner. What you can do is just press pause if you need a little bit more time to transition from one move to the next. Okay, so let's get started just with a little bit of spine warming up with our lovely cat-cow breath. So coming down onto your hands and your knees, then as you breathe in, we push the belly down, push the bum or your tailbone up and look forwards towards the end of your mat. Then as you breathe out, we tuck the tailbone under, arch up across your shoulders, tuck the chin into the chest and look back towards your knees. Just do a couple more of those. Lovely. Okay, then bring your feet out to the side and we're going to start lying out completely flat on the mat. So roll yourself down, nice and controlled down onto the floor. And then we will get ready to begin. So stretch your legs out nice and long and reach the arms up overhead and just breathe into a lovely long stretch for a moment. Good, now have a nice big deep breath in to prepare. And then when you're ready on your out breath, bring your arms down and just lift your head and your shoulders slightly off the floor. We're just going to warm ourselves up into a full roll up. Breathe in and bring head and shoulders down, arms back up overhead. Breathe out. Lift, breathe in. And out. And in. One more slow one like this. Okay, good. Now we're going to lift ourselves fully up into a full roll up. Okay, so nice big breath in. Then when you're ready, on your out breath, lift head, shoulders, and lift yourself up off the floor. A nice breath in as you reach forwards towards your feet. Then breathe out, slowly lower yourself down. 4 more of these. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in, reach forwards over your toes. Breathing out, roll down. And breathe in, reach up and overhead. Good. 2, 3 more. I'm losing count already. It's not a good sign. Good, lower down. We'll do 2 more. Good. And this is your last one. Lovely. Okay, then come down onto the floor. Bend the knees and hands come behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Big breath in. Then when you're ready, breathe out, curl up. Good. Keep the elbows wide as you continue doing these little ab curls. Drawing the belly button inwards. Now lift the legs into your tabletop position, hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees, and continue with a few ab curls. Good, 2 more. Lovely. Keep the feet lifted and we're going to go into some toe taps. So bring your arms down either side of the body. Then lower that right foot down to the ground and lift. Then the left. Good. And continue right, then left, then right, then left. Brilliant. Now pay attention to what's happening with your spine on the floor. You want to feel a little lightness in the small of your back, but no arching or lifting of the middle section. Good, continue to keep breathing. And now we're going to bring it into double leg toe taps. Lowering both legs together, not worrying if you don't actually touch the floor. I want you to get to a point where you feel still in control of your spine on the floor. Now use your breath. Breathe out as you bring those knees back in. So you're drawing those lower abdominals inwards as you lift the knees back in. Good, a few more. Last two. Well done. Give the knees a little hug into the chest and relax for a moment. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to go into the double leg stretch, quickly followed by the single leg stretch and a few other exercises in quite quick succession, one after the other. Okay, so get yourself ready. With the knees bent in towards your tummy, a nice breath in, and then on your out breath, lift your head and shoulders up off the floor. Now breathe in as you extend arms and legs, and then breathe out, curl back in. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Good. If it gets too much with your head and shoulders lifted, you just simply lower them down onto the floor and keep on going with the arm and leg movement. Last two. Okay, a very quick rest before we go into the single leg stretch. Okay, ready? Breath in. Then on your out breath, lift head and shoulders off the floor again. Breathe in, grab hold just of this right leg. Then on your out breath, extend left leg, right knee in. And switch. Brilliant. Keep that breathing rhythm going. Keep the head and shoulders lifted if you can. Keep the core strong, drawing that belly button down and in towards the spine. Good. Keep on going. A few more. One more on each side. Good, a short rest, head and shoulders down, knees into the tummy and chest. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to go into some crisscross, okay? So bring your legs out into this tabletop position again, head and shoulders lifted, hands behind your head, elbows wide. Breathe in. Now on your out breath, reach over to the right as you extend your left leg. Breathe in through the center, breathe out, reach to the left. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good. Trying to get your whole shoulder off the floor each time you reach over to the side. Keep those elbows wide.
Brilliant. If it all gets too much with your head and shoulders lifted, just put them down onto the floor and keep going with your leg movement. Nearly there. Last one on each side. Good, a little short rest before we go into our next exercise, which is the scissors. Okay, so get your legs pointing up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Then on your out breath, lift head and shoulders, reach up, grab hold of your right leg, being mindful not to press onto the knee joint. Breathe in, prepare, and then on your out breath, draw the right leg in as you lower the left. Quick switch. Brilliant. Keep on going, head and shoulders lifted for as long as you can manage. But if you need to, you drop them back down onto the floor and just keep going with the legs. 2 more each side. Last one and last one. Brilliant. Now we're going into leg lowers. So we start with the legs pointing up towards the ceiling again. Head and shoulders can remain down on the floor, or you can come up into your curled up position. Now breathe in as you lower the legs towards the floor, and then breathe out, draw them back in. Good. It's up to you what you do with your head and shoulders. And don't worry about how low you're managing to get the legs. I want you to pay attention to how things are feeling in your spine. There's no arching in that midsection. If you need a little bend in the knees as well, that's okay. Last 2. Well done. Knees into your chest and just rock very gently from side to side. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to come over onto elbows and toes for a little elbow plank. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Okay, so come down, elbows underneath your hands, come up to the top of your mat, and then stretch your right leg out and your left leg out. Lower those hips and just hold for 5 lovely long deep breaths. Pressing back into your heels, drawing those kneecaps back and using those core muscles. Drawing the belly button inwards. Good. Let's do one more breath. Brilliant. Drop down to your knees and come down to lie on your tummy with your arms behind you. Chin, nose or forehead resting on the floor, whichever is most comfortable for you. Now breathe in and prepare, then on your out breath, we're going to lift the legs off the floor as you lift your head and your chest and lift the arms up behind you. Squeeze and then lower. Good, and again. Squeeze everything that could possibly be squeezed. Brilliant. Lift head, chest, legs. Lifting the legs from the hips, squeezing into the glutes, not just bending at the knees. So really use those glute muscles. Now we're going to come up and pulse for the count of 10. So lift and then pulse. 10, 9, squeeze everything. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, just push yourself back, heels or bum down onto your heels, bring the knees a little apart so you can stretch forwards into a nice relaxed child's pose. Brilliant. And then come back into a seated position, legs crossed or whatever way is comfortable for you. Bring your hands onto your knees. Do some nice backwards rolls of the shoulders. As we slow the breathing down. And then rest with your shoulders nicely back and down. And just do some very nice, gentle circles of the head, moving your chin from one shoulder to the other, doing little semicircles as you roll the chin across the chest. Good, and then rest with the head in the center. And just finish with a couple of nice breaths. Sometimes core focused workouts can feel very intense, so it's nice to finish them with a moment of calm and breath. Good, well done. I really hope you liked that workout, and I'll see you on the next video.